Okay. I'm trying a little bit of some new stuff tonight. I have a little bit of music, hopefully playing very, very low in the background. Um, and I was watching back my stream from last weekend. Um, there was some static, it seemed. So we'll see. I tried to test some things out today, and I think I was able to fix it. Um, and we'll just see how things go and see if the static is still there. See what's happening. But we are going to continue with the um, Optimus Prime Transformers Lego build. We are on bag 7. And unfortunately, I may get interrupted by my kids. But if I wait till they actually go to sleep, I won't be on till much later, and then I won't be able to function tomorrow. So I'm hoping we won't get interrupted. One of them is out. The other isn't quite. We'll just have to see how that goes. He's the one that's been giving us the biggest problem lately. One thing I did add because of my recent cough is a mute button. So that I should be able to mute myself if I need to cough. A lot easier over here than fumbling with it on the microphone. All right. So what are we doing here? Ooh, this is exciting. Can't wait to put that piece on. Okay. Spread these out a little bit. One of these and this gray one. I always think the gray ones are black when I go looking for the piece, and then I can never find it. And then I go back and look again. It's like, oh, maybe they mean it's dark gray. And then I find it. Just curious how much my son is going to get picked up on the microphone. I also apologize if the... Oh, he's actually... I mean, he might be coming through, but it doesn't look like he's coming up very strong on here anyway. I apologize if... Two of these. If the... our backup heat kicks on. It is extremely cold, and I am streaming from a room that I share with the heat. Of course, none of that heat gets to me, which is why I'm wearing this to try to stay warm. But it is very possible that it may kick on, and hopefully it just won't be too loud. That's really only a problem if you want to hear me. Six of these, but it's 4 and 2. Okay. I would have screwed that up. There's supposed to be 2 more of these. There's one. Yep. Okay. And there's another one. Maybe if I have to step away, I can try to write it in the chat or something. Now I put the vent pieces on. I don't know what people call them. I call them vents. I could see people calling them like grates. I'm not sure what their actual term is. We nicely had a problem with ice dams causing a leak in our family room the other night. Luckily, I decided to stay up for a little bit and watch a little TV. And next thing I heard was like this strange, like, splashing, pouring sound. I had no idea what was going on. I went and took a look, and water was just pouring down. Had to go out in the dark and try to use a roof rake and scrape as much of the snow off, which I have no idea if it actually did anything. It did seem like it stopped, and it's been fine since, but that could be a complete coincidence. Oh, what's on this? It's a little disappointing. Like a little bit of smudge or discoloration or something on this piece. Oh well. Okay. And then this goes on here. Okay. And I'm going to build another one. 2 and 4 and 6 and 8. I think my big problem with the mute is I'm going to have to make sure that I check every now and then that I haven't muted myself. I'm occasionally that person at work. You're muted. Not frequently, though. I'm not usually that person. And a piece here. And this piece here. And now some more of these clear ones. Oh, hello, Phil and Bricks. How you doing? I am currently freezing. I'm just hoping that if the heat that I share a room with kicks on, that it's not too loud. overall good. I can't really complain. Um, Mostly for me, it's just been minor annoyance stuff this week for like snow days, and uh, the snow was causing a leak in one of our rooms, and it didn't happen until 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. I was sitting watching some TV, and all of a sudden I heard kind of splashing, and I went to investigate, and it was dripping pretty good, and I had to go out and clear some of it off the roof, which may or may not have had anything to do with it. It slowed down and stopped after that, but could have been complete coincidence. But it's been fine since, so I'm hoping it's not going to get any worse. I noticed a bit of static when I went to rewatch the video from last week, which I think I figured it out. I think it was my microphone was plugged in next to, so it was plugged into something it didn't like on the computer, so I moved it. So hopefully that's cleared up. And I threw a little bit of hopefully low volume background music just to fill in any silent parts. For the stream. I started messing around with the camera angles, but then I kind of just left it for now. I couldn't find anything I liked better at the time, so I thought I'd just keep it for now until I have a better idea. Oh, I was watching some of your. Oh, now I've forgotten what it was. The video that what you put up earlier today. There was the. Was it a corner shop? It was like Build 9, I think. I was watching that for a while before I had my kids come back home. Balcony theater. That's what it was. Then they decided they wanted to play a game where they all chase one another around and crash into things, and it was like, okay, well now I got to stop watching and try to keep them from destroying anything in the house of themselves or each other. Ooh, 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 ooh. Here we go. There. Okay. Oh, that's Lumi bricks. Yeah, we for us, it's definitely that. I see a lot of the people who joke on like Instagram that'll talk about what they think having like two boys is going to be like, and usually it ends up being like what's actually going on in the house, and it's like just two guys that are always like getting along great, and then they're like smashing into each other, and it's quite the experience. They don't put a very good way to see how this one goes together. Yeah, sounds about right. Half the time I just feel like I'm along for the ride. Like, I'm doing what I can to try to figure this out, and it's like, I don't know. Just try to guide them so nobody gets seriously hurt, I guess. Like I remember when I know how my brothers and I were. Yeah. And which is funny because I try to think back to me and my brother when we were younger. I don't really remember it like this, although we had different ages. Like we weren't as far apart as these guys are. So it's like they want to play together, but they're not quite at the same level. So I don't know. I tried something a little bit new tonight where I did actually get in there and kind of do a little bit more like showing as I was playing with them. Like I tried to let it be a little bit rougher, like they want, and try to teach my oldest a little bit more about how to do it safely by showing him like as I was doing it. I don't know. I feel like the last time I tried that it didn't do anything, but maybe he'll start to get it. Okay. And then this goes on to here. All right. And then piece goes on here. Oh, and these are slightly bent. Oh, and then it's actually going to have me fold everything in. And tuck it under. Okay. I think that seems like it looks right. Okay. Remember sword fighting with my brother on top of a playhouse. The roof caved in and he fell on top of me. Cracked a few ribs. Oof. Yeah, see, that's what I'm... Like, I know... somehow, me and my brother never, like, broke anything or cracked anything. Like, no like... I don't want to say, like, serious, but, like, nothing, like, too tough to handle. Like, nothing that we couldn't just, like, whatever and move on. And, I just kind of hope that my kids end up sort of the same. So when it's like playing that I see that it's like, what are you doing? Like you're going to break something doing that. Like physically, it's like, come on. What are you thinking? But I don't know. And sometimes I want it to just be like, let them go to like figure it out. But it seems like they don't want to figure it out. Need to put my daughter. Oh yeah, sure. Into some friends. Cool, thanks. Well, yeah, I should be on. I'll probably be on till probably around 11. But I know, like for me and my kids, it's however long it takes. So no worries. Thanks for stopping in. And these pieces click. So then attach that. And this one here. Over there. And 4 across here. top right here and here. And now these aren't the clearest on how to line them up. What is going on? All right, and now flip this over like this, okay, and put these here with, which way are these going? Up like this? Looks like it. No, not that. This. Oh, no, I'm good. There we go. I got a little mixed up there. And the 2, here's the 2. Put the other one up here. Okay. Now building another part. Whoa! Just trying to escape. I cannot have anything fall off. I very easily could lose it forever. Right, this here, and this here, and one of these over here. And now 2 5s. Go like this. And like this. Add these. Oh, add one of these, not 2. I always end up doing that. I get caught up and just keep going. Okay, now I combine these. And which way does this face? So it should be like this. With this piece going on here. Okay. Okay. And now adding over here, putting a, how's this going? We have that piece that tried to run away. So we'll put that on here. What is going on? Thanks, I appreciate it. It's my wife saying that she was liking the stream, but she can't watch because she's on her way home. Which I think is completely fair. So that part goes there. Okay, now I'm going to build the rest of the smokestack. The one downside with these lights, this glare is hard. Alright, one of these, 2 of these. And it goes one on one side. And one on the other. And then this goes, oh, wants me to put one of these first. And then this. Okay. And then that goes over here. There. So starting on that arm. And so this one. Oh no, one of my kids is just sitting up. Lay down, go back to sleep. And then this, and like this. And then the two right here. And kind of the same thing. It does this piece, then this piece, then another one, and then a 5 across there, and then this 3 here, and then 2 6s. Oh, am I building the other, like, kind of shoulder? I thought I was building the rest of the arm, but it looks like we're building the other side. Because it's basically, this looks like it's the exact same steps so far. So that makes me think I'm building the other side. And flip it over. Do this one here. And then this one and this one. And this one. And then a 4. Then a 2, and then a 2 over here. Yeah, it must be the other side. Because now we take this, and this, and this. Then these 2 flats. And then this one here. And then we put, oh, forgot these. This, that, and, oh, no, don't do it that way. All right, now this one goes on here. Now the blue one gets this one first with this on the end. And it goes in here. Okay, and now we put another one of these. And then we build this piece with this. And it goes on here. Right? And then this one attaches on this side. Okay. Alright, and these are some extra pieces. And these look like extras. I hate it when I get pieces that are like, oh, it looks like an extra. And then other times it's like, ooh, that looks like it's too many pieces for extras. All right, bag number 8. It looks like this is going to be like the arm and hand. Start off with, oh, actually, open up this one. Okay, so a 6 and a 3x3, and it goes on top. And then this one, and then that one. Yep, looks good so far. And then this piece like this. Yep. Right. Then flip it over. And put down a 2. And then one of the, like, kind of this guy. And now flip it back over and do one of these and a smooth 4. Yep. Okay, and now I need some of those click pieces like this. All right, and now 2, 3, and this black piece. So see. 2, 3, and then one of these, right? Yep. And this goes here. All right. And now another one of these on top here. And 2. Oh, 2 2s. And 2 of those black ones. Like that. Okay. And it goes, these 2 go on top. And then these 2. Oops. Go on it in a row. Yep. And go next to that one. Sure. Now the other piece for this guy goes here. Okay. Now 6. Where's that go? Oh, turn it around. Okay. And this goes here. All right. And this black piece goes on top of that. And then this 5 goes on top of that. All right. Now, black. I do really like so far that there are there's a lot of printed pieces on this. There's some stickers, but a lot of printed pieces. So I do like that. And then this goes on here. That's nice. And now I'm building this thing, which is gonna have this one that goes on top of this spot, which goes underneath this spot, which has this on top of it, and it goes here with this next to it and this next to that. I think so. I think that's right. And then this smooth one here, followed by this smooth one. Yes. And then looks like a 3 up here with these like that. Yeah, that's right so far. Then another one of these over here. That one like that. Yep. And then that one. Okay. Then turn it. And then I build this piece. This and... Oh, hey Monster Bricks. Monster Brick Reviews. How are you doing? I hope I didn't miss you too long over there. Still working on a good spot for getting the chat into a spot where I can see it better while I'm streaming. Usually I can kind of catch it moving, but not always. I saw you chat last week, or you commented somewhere. I went to try to respond to it, and then I couldn't. Whatever was going on, I couldn't get it to come back up. Every time I looked at my notifications and found it and tried to get to it, it would tell me the comments were disabled or something. It was really strange. Oh yeah. Well, so far it's been not too bad, streaming and building at the same time. Things definitely go much slower. Things that should be like, oh yeah, a couple bags, 3 bags, 4 bags, whatever. But it definitely slows down a lot. Especially there was one night I had a really well, for me it was a pretty fast moving chat. I want to say maybe there was like 3 or 4 people like really talking, and I was trying to keep up with them, and I kept getting lost on the step I was on, so it took forever. I don't even remember what I was. I don't think I was building Optimus that time. I think I was doing something Star Wars. Yes, definitely a lot of coordination. Okay, so that's this kind of piece on the arm there. I'm just working on my backlog of Transformers. I had them sitting in the boxes for the longest time and thought, if I'm going to build them, I might as well build them on stream. So I still have Soundwave to go after Optimus. Now, let's see, is this way? Okay, so then one of these goes over here, and this on top there. Right? Yes. And then these. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I was like it. I think it was actually Phil and Bricks that I was talking to about it. I can't remember for sure, on one of the other streams where Optimus ended up being bigger than I was expecting. It makes sense, like combined with like the size from like the old Transformers from like when I was a kid, that Optimus would be so much bigger than Bumblebee. But Bumblebee actually surprised me by how big his set was, and then Optimus, yeah, is pretty big. And yeah, and then right now it's just Optimus, Bumblebee, and Soundwave. I actually, for the longest time, was able to put off getting any of them. I think it was when Soundwave was announced for pre-order, was when I finally went back and said, well, if I'm going to get Soundwave, I need Optimus. And if I'm going to get Optimus, I might as well get Bumblebee. And so I used a bunch of reward points and got Bumblebee and Optimus, and kind of hoped for maybe if I drop enough hints, someone would get me Soundwave for Christmas. And then when I didn't get Soundwave for Christmas, I just got him myself. Sometimes I end up joking that it's like, as much as I like that they're doing things like Transformers that I remember, um, I kind of hope they stop hitting on all the stuff from like that's giving me those like nostalgic feelings because my wallet just can't take it. Like I keep like there was first was the Transformers, then I'm always a sucker for like pirates and castles. So you run a live stream recently where they had a plugin that read the live stream comments out loud. Oh, interesting. You know, I wonder. I know that there's some things. I don't know if it's from the same thing. I know there's some stuff that you can use, like is it StreamerBot, which can maybe do some of those things. I feel like some of that stuff is really neat, and then some of it gets very annoying very quickly. But done right, I could see that being very useful. But it's like now there's also like the Enterprise for Next Generation, the Goonies ship, and it's like every time I look, it looks like there's something else that they're getting ready to do and add more of. It's like, no, come on, please give me a break. Go back to doing some of the other stuff that's popular that I don't really care as much about. Like they can do now. It won't help me save much money because my son's into it. But stuff like the Ninjago stuff, I'm really not into Ninjago. It wasn't my like time frame. So it doesn't really do anything for me. He likes it. So I'd end up getting stuff for him probably for birthdays and things like that. But it would give me a break on my own stuff. What I need is for them to come out with some sets that no one in my house cares about. Just for a little bit of a break, a little breather. I've been trying to keep my son away from the Pokemon ones. Although he did finally see it. He wanted to go and look at Minecraft sets, I think. And he went on the site and saw Pokemon, but I was able to kind of talk him out of it because it was mostly most of the ones that they had announced are all like sets you build and kind of put. They're not like play sets, which is what I think he really would want. Like he likes the idea of something that you build and put someplace, but he wants something that he can play with really. Okay, this looks wrong. I think it's supposed to be more like this. There we go. Oh, it's the hand. I'm building his hand. I know the Pokemon stuff. And I saw too where like Pokemon, I'm sure the sets look like they're going to be expensive and they're going to be super popular. I don't think there's anything official. I saw a rumor that later this year there's supposed to be sets that were Pokemon sets that are going to incorporate that smart brick, the smart play stuff. Be curious how that will work out. I'm almost afraid that those will probably look more fun to my son and he'll want to get those. Oh, that's right. Screen went sideways. That's weird. Okay. And this on here. Kind of talking about the, like you said, the stream you were watching that was reading out the comments. I was talking with Phil and Bricks last week, and I remembered like trying to get ready to get started to do streaming, And I was watching streams and I was watching content creators that, which way does this go? That do things for streams. And I was like taking all these ideas of stuff to do on stream. And then more as I got into it, it was like, I don't need to do all this stuff. It's just going to make things more complicated right now. Let me focus on actually getting something that kind of sort of works first. So like I have like a new light and some like this string light behind me that I spent probably a day or two trying to get to work properly for on stream, to do all sorts of different changing, like to be able to turn them on, turn them off, change the colors, do all sorts of like fun and funky stuff. And then it was like, all right, I haven't done any of it. The only thing I saved, and I haven't used it yet because I couldn't figure out how to fix it, was a one that makes it like flash red, but I couldn't get it to stop flashing red. And so today, actually, for a little bit, I took a little break from work and came down and got that working so that I could change it to go back. And so like that's one of the few things that I actually still have. Most of the other things I turned off and disabled because it's like I don't need to waste time doing those things right now. Something about this doesn't seem right. What is this not looking right for? Like this? Oh, I see. Okay. So I'm kind of looking at it backwards. There we go. I'm glad it looks nice and cozy. It's actually pretty cold down here today. It's like this little small basement bar setup that we had. I share the space with the furnace that hopefully won't kick on and drown out the microphone. So I kind of do really anything. I stick to Lego right now, mostly because I've had a bad time with the like other brand sets that like my mom gets for my son. Like he got one, I don't even remember what brand it was, but it was supposed to be for the Ninja Turtles, and it was just called like Pizza Van, and it was actually maybe my brother got it for him. But that thing was terrible to put together, and he got so frustrated. It kept like breaking every time he tried to put a new piece on. Something else would break off, and I had to help him kind of finish putting it together because he was just getting so upset with it. But for me, with all the Lego, it's varied over the years. I'm a sucker for the castles and pirates because that's what I grew up with. So anything castles and pirates I'm interested in. And now it's mostly Star Wars, but Lego has definitely started getting into the stuff that is more nostalgic for me. So like the Transformers came out. One year, my family got me the Back to the Future DeLorean. That one is something I'll build at some point. But yeah, just about anything that's kind of like pops up that's kind of neat for Lego is something that I kind of will try to grab and build. I'm actually curious. I did a video recently about the Smart Play stuff for Star Wars, and I didn't really like it. I do have to say, after their latest announcement ones, it might be growing on me a little bit, at least to check out. Like, I don't know that something about this doesn't seem right. Did I do this wrong? Oh, did I do it? Did I do it backwards? Like I don't know that they are gonna be great. but I feel like maybe they're not quite as. That's why I flipped it the wrong way. Um, the idea of some of them has grown on me. I never will like that they're not going to play like this for the Star Wars sets, that they're not going to play Star Wars music or do Star Wars quotes. That's always going to annoy me. But some of the other stuff might be kind of neat. I'll be curious. I'll wait to see. I actually what's hard for me as well. One, the sets are oddly built to accommodate the bricks. I'm not a huge fan of that. And not using less sound effects. Yep, that's my big one, is the sound effects. For me, the biggest ones are the effect on the price, especially for Star Wars, where Star Wars sets are already so expensive. Then you're adding in these bricks and the charging pieces, and it just makes them so much more expensive. The newer sets that they just talked about that are like Smart Play compatible, so they don't come with the brick or the charging pad, the price, they're still expensive, but like they look similar in price to other ones that aren't the Smart Play for the most part. So I still don't think it's great, and I do think, yeah, the builds are kind of funky to be able to have it be in there, and I get it, because I was watching another streamer that was talking about them needing to be open so that the light can get in, so that the brick can see if they're doing any of the things with like red colors, green colors, blue colors. And I get it. Still doesn't make them look that good. Some of them don't look terrible. I think. Oh, hey, Philin. I think some of them. There are some people that are just going, almost seems like way overboard on complaining about how they look. They don't look great. And I think, but I also don't, there's some that are like thinking that they're awful and they're the worst thing ever. And it's like, I don't know if it's that bad. Like I don't know. Especially if it's going to be for kids to play with and they're going to be holding on to the things to move them around anyway. I think I'll actually be more annoyed if, like, the what is it, the one with the ATST, that one I kind of hope that the legs move. That's my big thing on that one, because I feel like if the legs are just kind of stationary and just sitting there and you have to kind of like move it along, then I feel it's like, which I mean, I guess like Optimus, but it was like if you're like moving it along, and I don't know, something about that just doesn't seem right. I feel like the legs should like walk as it's going. That would actually be my biggest drawback on that set. So I want it to be fun to play with for kids if they're going to do it. Then the strike against it is that any of those sets now, unless they're going to start selling the brick separate, you need to buy one of the other ones or two of the other ones to get multiple bricks. Because if you buy any of these other sets, like if you wanted to do like Yoda's hut and the Mos Eisley Cantina, which having the Cantina band not play the Cantina music is going to annoy me. But if you wanted those and you want to get any of the interaction stuff from that, then you need at least one of the other sets. So but I don't want that. I want it to walk. I need those legs to move. But yeah, I don't know. They probably won't. Be curious to see what sounds that Wicket makes on it, though. That would be interesting. And just like we were talking about before, Monster, it's like, so now I've been chatting and I've had like I'm on the same step for probably I was going to say it feels like the last 5 minutes. Probably has been like the last 30 seconds, but it definitely slows things down. But I do feel like I don't know, maybe warming up to them a little bit. I think I'm curious enough that if I get the chance, I would maybe get one to build and try out on stream. Yeah, play test an idea of the negative. We did some prototypes for Lego. Smart minifig more than 12 years ago. Yeah, right. I mean, I think that's the thing. It brings me back to other types of communities where it's like, look, it's something new. They're trying it out. If they didn't think it was any good, they wouldn't have done it. And then I did my video, and then I went back and I read something else that they had put out about kids playing with it and trying it out. And then they did Star Wars because it got kids to play with it. They didn't need an introduction to playing with it. And it was, the more I read it, I was like, yeah, like this actually makes sense. I may not like it because of like the cost. Yeah, sometimes the execution isn't the best. I think that's kind of what this comes down to. There's like the cost of the bricks and stuff getting added on, and then it didn't come across quite right. And I still think one of the things that kind of sticks with me is one of the videos they did of the kids playing with it that doesn't really quite match up with what the brick can do. You couldn't do anything with the videos you made outside of the app. Oh, I don't know if I actually ever checked that one out. Gotta do a quick. With augmented reality. Oh, okay. I know. I think that's that, right? It's like they try something out and it goes. You know what? I totally missed it. They canceled the second wave. I didn't even know it existed. It wasn't even really that long ago. It was like, it says 2021 to 2022, so it really wasn't that long. But yeah, I completely missed that. I kind of, it wasn't so much for Lego, but I sort of went away from a lot of the Lego video games for a while after I didn't like the way the Lego Dimensions kind of ended on the Wii U. I had that and I was really enjoying it, and then when it was kind of like closing up, there was bugs that were getting added because they were rushing things, and I just never liked it the way that kind of finished up, because up until that point I had completed all the different Lego games that I had, and I could never finish that one. There was like game breaking bugs that prevented being able to finish it. And so it took me a very long time before I went out. I eventually did get the Switch version of the Skywalker saga, and that was one of the first video games my son played. Even though he couldn't really do it very well, he had to play it with somebody. But it took me a while to get that. Want to get the new Batman. I didn't know about it, and then my brother mentioned it because he knew I liked playing the other games. He was like, "Oh, you're gonna get the Batman one." I was like, "There's a Batman one?" So I'm gonna have to go back and like really check that out to see, because I feel like that would be an interesting one. I think the only danger there would be introducing my son to another theme that he would enjoy, and then I'd have to start worrying about that. Although I did. We were trying to find something to watch for a movie the other weekend. It was maybe a week or two ago, and he's seen the Lego movie, and so we almost did the Lego Batman one, but I couldn't remember if I actually looked at it and decided that it wasn't going to be appropriate for him quite yet. Can't remember. Oh, DLC code for gold versions of the Batmobiles. That's cool. I feel like I need to apologize to Optimus. It's taking me a very long time to finish this other arm. I promise I'll get there. All right, let's turn this one around this way. This one here, yeah. Or whether or not Will Arnett's going to be Batman. I always get mixed up now whether or not there's people that. The best. I feel like I can definitely agree there. It's one of those like, sadly decided not to continue to the last season of Lego Masters. Oh, yeah. Yeah, like that was one of those. Keaton was like my Batman when I was younger. So he's always the one that I always liked a lot of those like earlier movies. But I definitely liked Will Arnett for the voices. Something about this doesn't seem right, but I think it's just because I keep getting lost. Oh, okay, I gotta do this. That's right. So this piece here. Then this one on top of it. With this one over here. And now this goes this way. Yes, okay. And now this one here. And then this one goes like this. All right. Oh, thanks for stopping in, Monster. Wait, this one goes like this. 10 o'clock, okay. And this way. Then this one up over like that. And this over here. Right? Getting lost again. There you go. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now when I build that kind of vent-looking contraption. Yeah, I know. I popped over after. So I was saying to Monster, there was there was a comment um, from last week, and when I went to try to go check it out, it kept like it was in my notifications, and I went to the notifications to pull it up, and it kept disappearing. It wouldn't let me actually comment back. So I went over to the channel and subscribed and checked out some of the stuff, and it was definitely neat. I like the different like kind of mix of stuff, so I'll have to go over and check out more videos. But yeah, it was really weird. Like every time I tried to go in to like respond to the comment, it wouldn't show up. It kept coming up and saying, was it coming up and saying comments have been disabled? It's like, what do you mean comments have been disabled? Oh, I think I saw that one. What was there was something about the lamp. What was the thing about the lamp? That it reminded me of something. No, I probably shouldn't right now, but I want to see what it was. What was it about? Oh, you know what? Now I can't think of what it was. Maybe it wasn't the lamp one. Maybe there was a different video that I saw that jumped out at me. I can't think of it now. And now scrolling through, nothing's jumping out at me. Maybe it was the lamp. But I definitely like the variety, since most of the channels up until now that I follow mostly do just the regular Lego stuff, so I don't see much of the other things. I always try to remember too that if I sub to any of the channels, that I try to make a point to actually kind of be there a little bit, either going into the live streams or something, at least to watch it. So that it's not just like a like I'm always worried that, because you hear sometimes that if you sub and then you don't actually go, then it doesn't reflect well on their channels. So I try not to. You don't know what you don't know. Sometimes we get into a group and it's hard to see what's beyond the walls. Yeah. I'm always a little bit worried about the different brand ones that are out there, and if they're any good, just because I feel like I haven't, in my house, we haven't had the best luck with non-Lego brands. But that probably has more to do with wherever these other sets were purchased from. I'm trying to think. We had... Yeah, I can't remember what the other ones were. Lumi's been good. I'll have to keep that one in mind, because I definitely think I've heard more about that. I don't know what these other ones were. Because one of them... I've tried my best to keep the parts separate. It's like I don't want those parts getting mixed in with my Lego pieces. It's like all I can imagine is I'm trying to build something, like rebuild an old set. It's like, this isn't going together right. Why isn't this going together right? Why does this keep falling apart? Find out it's like some junk piece from some knockoff brand. Okay. I know one was like the knockoff turtle van, One was, and then there was another set that was like a Pokemon set that I actually don't know. I think it actually said it was Pokemon, but I can't imagine that it was actually official. That one at least actually went together okay. But I don't remember what brand it was. And this hand comes over here. Oop. Uh-oh. What just happened? Oh, nothing. Oh, that was fine. Okay. I thought I broke something through. Okay. Maybe it was. All right, Optimus, you're getting there. Wait a minute, how many bags are left? There's still 2 bags after this. Time to build his head. This way, and then this way. And light blue in here. I ended up having like one bowl of just assorted pieces from a vacation, I think, where a bunch of things came back and it got mixed in with all different. It was like a large amount of it was Lego, but then a good amount was not. And so I still haven't finished. I spent a good chunk of a day trying to look at all the different pieces and figure out what was Lego and what wasn't as I was sorting to try to keep things apart when I was getting ready to try to rebuild other sets. Is this the right? Yes, okay. Where is it? This one. And then this one like this? Yes. For the therapy of building. Yeah. And I definitely I think it also breaks clicking for the most part. Yeah, I could see that. Especially like where you said too, if you've got a brand that works well, like so if like Lumi works well and they click nice and they fit well and everything's like it's a pleasurable experience doing it, then I could definitely see that. Like that turtle van was not a fun experience. I swear that one even had like tube pieces that went for the top that I think you actually had to cut to size. And so if you screwed up and used the wrong one that you weren't supposed to use, you totally like messed up the set. And it was like I couldn't believe it. It was I was very surprised that that was what you were supposed to do. Nope, I screwed that up. Oh, no, this is stuck. It goes in here. That looks a little bit better. Does that seem right? Right here? Yes, okay. And now... This is actually kind of confusing. confusing because it's weird because I want to be building it like this, like the way his face is, but they're having me build it this way, which is ending up being like disorienting. Go like that. And what is that? Oh, three. Oh, it's just 3 of these pieces. All right. And this one goes this way. Here and here. And then over on this side, same thing. Actually, I should wait because... Okay, yeah. Uh-oh. I think the heat's actually going to kick on, so... Hopefully it won't be too loud. Or maybe it's just trying to mess with me. Oh. There it goes. It's not quite in full force yet, but it's going to try. Okay. Oh, well, I'm glad I did that right, because I almost could have put the part with his eyes in the complete wrong spot. I didn't realize that was going to be in there. And then this goes across the top here. And... Oh, then 3 across the top of those. All right. Yeah, I don't know how much of that's going to get picked up, but the heat's starting to kick on because it's just so cold. Yeah, it's been a cold one. I usually don't mind. Like I usually make it further through before I start saying how much I'm ready for springtime. I'm ready for springtime. I'm kind of done with this. And top piece there. All right. And now this here. And this here. That piece on here. And okay. And get these pieces for these, like, oh, it's a little off. There we go. I don't need them to be perfect, but I'd like them to be perfect-ish. And here we go, Optimus's head. There we go. So these are some extras. Put those over there. What is it? 1020. All right. right? It's looking a little bit more like Optimus. The Matrix of Leadership. I really enjoy that about these sets where they actually have, like, in some of the spots there's the little blurbs about stuff. It's kind of fun to be able to go and read through the different things. So, okay, bag 9. Bag 9. Bag 9. Whoa! Definitely don't need any pieces rolling away. All right. So this and one of these. Oh, no, 4 of these. 2 and 3 and 4. Then sit that on top of this. And then this around here and this on top of that. Okay, and then we open up the front. Put this right in here. Does it click in or does it just sit in? I think it just sits in. Right? I don't think these... Yeah, that's not going to hold it. There's nothing else. Yeah, okay. So it just sits in there. So I'll try to show it. Where this goes up in here. And then we'll just close it up. Because it doesn't seem like it clicks in there. All right. What does it say? The Matrix of Leadership bestows upon its holder increased power which can be used to perform miraculous feats of creation and destruction. Where is this piece? Purple piece. Purple. There we go. And this too. This one. Oh, I know. You know what the funny thing? So I enjoyed watching like the cartoons when I was a kid. I never saw the movie. It wasn't until I was in college, and one of my later years in college, one of my roommates was a big Transformers fan, and so it was like some weekend we sat down and we went to watch the movie, and yeah, same thing. Even watching it for the first time in college, it was like, what? This is not the Transformers I remembered. It's like, this is crazy. I was not I was not prepared for how intense it was. It's the only movie your dad regretted taking you to. Yeah. I can't remember when I finally then I went and rewatched it. I think it was streaming free on one of those Pluto TV or Tubi or something like that, like with commercials. And I think I was doing housework, dishes or something, and I saw it was on there. I was like, all right, and it caught me off guard again. I was like, I forgot about all this. The Energon Cube. All right. Okay. Where's the piece? Here it is. Duke took a snake to part in G.I. Joe. I don't know if I remember that. I feel like my memory of G.I. Joe is like a very basic memory of G.I. Joe. I actually, after last week, I was talking with, hey, Deman, how you doing? I was talking with my my dad because I was like, oh yeah, we were chatting about He-Man and G.I. Joe and all those old things. And I said, now do you remember watching G.I.? He goes, no, you guys weren't really into much G.I. Joe. Sorry if the heat's getting in. It's really loud. But yeah, it was like we weren't really into G.I. Joe nearly as much as like my cousins were. But I don't know that we ever figured out what it was that we were into at the same time, because I feel like there must have been something else we were into at the same time. Like we post. Oh, the pictures. Yeah, that was they were pretty good. What is going on with these pieces? Oh, is this just another case where it's like like it's got two things here that look like they look like the same orange as this, but I don't see two of those. I see two that are like yellow. I'm gonna try the yellow. We'll see. If I find other pieces, then there's other pieces. Sometimes it's like, oh, okay, that's my mistake when I'm looking at the colors and they don't quite match up with what I'm expecting. And other times, struggle with color. Well, and I feel like, especially with some of these, it's not our fault because it looks the same as the rest on here. But I've definitely run into other builds where the instructions, I think it was the Death Star, where looking at things like, is this red? Is it orange? Like the clear pieces were terrible. There was all sorts of different things that were like, I just had to kind of guess which one it seemed like it was supposed to be at the time, and then hope that I remembered later if it looks like maybe I was wrong, and to be able to go back and fix it with the right piece, which I don't know that I think I found that it was fine, but it's like it really shouldn't have been that difficult to figure it out. All right, I think that because like this looks like from the picture like it should be all the same color, and I mean it's clearly not with these two like yellowy pieces on top, but I don't see any other pieces that it could be. And then it looks like it's got like these like kind of more like golden rod pieces going through. I can only hope that this microphone, with it being a little bit more sort of like directional, is going to help make some of the furnace sounds disappear. But it's too cold for me to not have it on. Oh, okay, that's good. Thanks. It's good to know. We got ours replaced last year. We had an old oil furnace, and it was good for the heat, but the oil tank was leaking. And so we said, well, we already have propane for other stuff. Why don't we just switch over to a new propane? And it's fine, but I kind of wish we hadn't. The old one, I definitely feel like this one is louder and doesn't heat quite as well. I feel like as far as cost goes, it's probably about a wash, though. Okay. All right, and then this piece, and those pieces of that, and then this across the top here. And this one over here. And this on over there. And flip it over, and this one, it's hiding. Oh, and then two more of these, okay. And now, so that's this way, this goes this way, turned like that. All right. And this one, and this, and this one. Optimus Prime only used his Energon axe once in the original cartoon, but in other media he frequently uses it when dueling Megatron. Like, I find that stuff to be fun in these instructions. Like, it's neat having that type of extra info. And this one here, and this one here, and then flip it over, and oh, there it is. Okay, stop there. And this way. How is this going in now? Oh, like this? I guess, and so like I know I was questioning the yellow pieces, which actually, why is there? I feel like there should be, maybe that's gonna go somewhere else. With these like clearish, orange tinted, it kind of does make that kind of disappear. So, although it's weird because there's this brick that in the instructions is clearly yellow, but the other ones look like they're orange. So, I don't know. Bad printing, maybe? Okay. So now, take this brown piece. And it goes through here. And then black. Where are you hiding? There it is. On here. And then this goes on here. There we go. Oh, what kind of kooky move is going on with this thing? Take his hand off. Okay. And flip it down. And then put this in here. It's terrifying. Just hide the hand behind him, I guess. All right. And this piece here. And where? A piece. Am I looking at the wrong thing? No. Should be a flat square. I think I actually am missing a piece now. One of these. No. No. None of those. No. No. Right? Yeah, it's just supposed to be a flat black. See if it's stuck to something else. 2 by 2 square. Those are circles. Huh. I swear I already checked in these places. I don't think anything fell. Oh! It was still in the bag. Haha. Of course it was still in the bag. I think I've only ever once actually had a piece missing from a set. And of course it was a set for my son. And it was a piece he needed to have in like the first bag. And it was like the first couple steps into the first bag. And it was like, well, let's order the missing piece. And then we went looking and we actually found a replacement that he could use temporarily, but it was really annoying. Took a long time to send the replacement, too. Okay. Now this piece on here. And this on there. There we go. this with this, and no, like this. Stick that on there. Okay. Woo! And this goes in here. What does this say? Optimus Prime's primary tool in his fight against the Decepticons is his ion blaster, capable of firing ionized particles. It's particularly effective against electronic devices, including most Decepticons. The more you know. Do 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 do. Oh yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah, with Megatron having the mace. That sounds about right. I'm curious if they ever will do Megatron for the Lego sets, and if they do, what form is he gonna take? Oh my goodness. There we go. Now this piece with a circle. Oh, right. Yep. Yeah, I never. I guess that. Is there a technical term for that? I can never remember what those would be called, but yeah, the spiked ball on a chain. Cross like this one. This is this is nerve-wracking. I keep feeling like I'm gonna snap this. Right. And now this with this and this with this on top, and it goes on here. Now this piece wants, what is it, one of these goes down in here with this piece sticking into that, and this piece sticking into that. Woo! If it does, there we go. And now this goes in the middle one there. There we go. Now we take one of these and then this and this one. Sure, sounds good, Phil. Across here. And thanks. In case I'm done by the time you're popping back, thanks for stopping in. Always good having you stopping in and chatting. Definitely keeps the stream going. And in the middle one here. And what do we have next? Ah, this one? Yes. This goes on here. And then Oh, 3 of these. Followed by one more going the other way, and one of these. Okay, so now for this, they're saying take that axe hand off of there. Give him his hand back. And this attaches on here. Like that. Right, and these are all extras, I guess. It's kind of a lot of extras, but bag 10. This is it. Last bag. I think we're going to go through. We're going to finish it up. Check the bag. Make sure there's nothing hiding in there. We'll finish this up so that the next one can maybe be Soundwave. We'll see. Do we do Soundwave or do we build a DeLorean? I don't know. Probably one or the other. And then the next one would be the other one. Like we do Soundwave, then the next one will probably be the DeLorean. Almost screwed it up already. Need 2 of these. Why won't that go in? There we go. No, still not. There we go. And now... What? And another one over this way. Yep, that looks right. And now we take one of these with 2 of these. And one of these. And it goes like that. And like that. And like that. And this goes on here. And then I build another one. So it's 6 or 3 by 3. One of these and one of these and one of, where is it? Where is it? There it is. Goes on there. And now at the end of that we take this 6 and do black 4 and put it in between here. And now 2 blues that go here and here. Oh, I was trying to figure out what we were building, and I should have read. The jetpack is based on Sideswipe's jetpack from the G1 cartoon. Optimus Prime borrowed it in the episode More Than Meets the Eye Part 3 to pursue the Decepticon space cruiser Victory. Well, well, well. Now I know what I'm building. And I need one more of those. So that's a 2, and this gray. I need another 2 right here. Just like that. Right. Why can't I find it? There it is. So that's that. Now I need 2 of these. I know there's another one here. There it is. And 2 of these. Okay. And now the smooth ones along the side here. And then this here, and this, nope, not that one. This here, and then 2 black studs, and then this across the top here. Okay. And then 4, and this one, and it lines up with the top of that, I think. And for the side pieces, how does this go? Like this? I think so. Yeah, I don't know what to build next. Do I continue with the Transformers and do Soundwave? I am kind of curious about Soundwave. I'm excited to hear the sound brick that it comes with. So that's one reason to do it. Or do I take a break and go with the DeLorean? Or do I do the rebuilt Eldorado Fortress? And I could compare it to my old Eldorado Fortress. Decisions, decisions. That one here. Okay. How's that looking so far? Yeah, okay. Now I need this black piece and this, this red one, this black one. And these go in the middle here. And then a black 4 down the bottom here. And two, this 2x4, and then a 2, and 2 reds. And this goes here. Okay. And then this goes here with this piece here. Alright, Optimus, your jetpack is coming along. That's not right. Oh wait, where is it? No, that should be right. Right? Yeah. Somehow that didn't seem like it was lining up right, but it should be. And those white ones there, and this white one here, and then this gray circle here, and this black piece there. Yep, that's right. And these kind of venti things down the back here. And then these on here. Okay, now I've got these angled pieces with these on them. 2 of those, 1 for each side. And then 6 of these on the side. 2 and 3, and 1, 2, and 3. All right. Now to keep filling this in, I guess. So these goes here. That matches on the other side, and then this piece like that, and then these on each side, and then this one goes here, and then this goes in the middle, and then they make these 1 for each side. And it goes like this, and like this. Now I build the piece that attaches it, looks like. So it's 1 of these, and then a black piece, and then the blue piece up here, the white piece down here, with a black coming out this way, and blue coming out this way, and that goes like this. Okay. And then I do another one for the other side. Ow. pinch my finger. Oh yeah, I know. It was a little stressful to put together. I kept thinking it was going to snap the rod, but yeah, I think it definitely went together nice. Um, I was reading as I was building. I didn't know what I was building uh, next for a while, and as I was getting through, it nicely was describing the pieces, and I discovered that it was Optimus's jetpack. It's like, oh, okay. And now I missed these. Let's go on here. Like that. And what's going on next? This gray piece in the middle here. It's kind of a hard spot to push. And then two more of these. Did I build that right? Yeah. Where's the other one? There it is. Oh, not that. This. And it goes out on the outer edge like that. Now I build two of these. Oh, I'm rushing, so now I'm like missing things. Slow it down. No need to rush. Not being timed or anything. Right? It's like, enjoy it. It's the whole point. I had forgotten too. They said they described it from like, oh, like it said something is based off of the jetpack he borrows in like this one episode, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I vaguely remember that. Let's see, and these go down and over here. And then it clips on back here. Wait a minute. How's that gonna... Oh, because there's space for that. Okay. There we go. A nice jetpack on the back. I keep twisting these. All right, and now we're getting into the final stretch. It's just the plate. So this on this end, two smooth ones, and this one here, and now this on here. Flip it over. Oh, sorry. And these attach here. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Maybe one of them will be. Ah, all right. There we go. I was having too many pieces left over. Like, this doesn't seem right. That one looks like it's an extra. This one there's a sticker, and that one there's a sticker. All right, I'm going to do this smaller one first. Okay. Pretty good. I was watching someone do a live stream building the Dark Falcon and the Dark Millennium Falcon, and they were building part of the top, and they were just like slapping the stickers on, and it was like it was hard for me to watch some of it, but then I was also having flashbacks to my son doing the same thing, where it really kind of helped me not care so much about how the stickers go on, making sure that they're not. It doesn't matter if they're not perfect. I feel like I'm much better than I used to be. I still want to try my best to get them on there, but if they're not absolutely perfect, I don't mind so much. As long as they look okay. That's my big thing. I would have liked that to be a little bit more to the left, but it's not off, so it's not bad. Oh, Windex. I wonder if it's one of those cases where if like you spray it, if you spray the piece and put it down, maybe it gives you just like a little bit of like wiggle room, like time, and then once it like dries and evaporates out from under it. That would be my guess, but yeah, I don't know for sure either. In fact, actually, nope, I did that right. Okay. And there's Optimus. Oh, and now we need to get to the page where it tells us how to transform. From robot to vehicle mode. Okay, so first it's got the jetpack coming off. Makes sense. Probably needs to lose his blaster too. Alright, it's got the arms straight down. This part also reminds me of being a kid trying to remember how to do all the different steps. Now, what is it trying to say here? Or is that just taking the jetpack off, maybe? So then they've got these arms out. Yeah, right? And then for me, it was always like, I'd get to a certain spot and then it'd be like, wait a minute, all right, I don't remember the next step and something's not in the right spot now. And it's got the hands. Oh, the thumb like up and then the hand flat. And this piece up and out. And then it wants to turn this around. And turn the head around. And oh boy. Oh boy. Then it looks like it kind of comes this way. Oh, he's on the Energon cube. And then this part almost seems a little familiar. Like having these pieces kind of come back. And the arms come forward. Like that actually seems sort of like I remember as a kid. hands come down. Okay. Yes, right. The trailer would just come like flying in and just appear. And then these turn, and the feet go. Oh, oh, that was broken. Oh, and actually now it's got. Oh, I just put that in, and then this just lays in here. Oh, and then of course to really make it so that he can hide really well, you take off this front like piece and swap it with this one, I guess. I think that's probably unnecessary. All right. Well, I think that's it. Wow. And that's pretty big. Yes, I did. I enjoyed this build. It definitely is um, bigger, bulkier, and like heftier than I was expecting. Although something in this top piece, I'm gonna have to go back and make sure that that's nice and stable if I'm gonna have it transform. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. Definitely brought back memories, being able to put one of the transformers together. Um, so that was a lot of fun. I did enjoy that one. I'm glad I got that for a while. I'm glad I got that for myself a while ago and finally got around to building it. It's been sitting around for a long time. I'm afraid to try to transform him back. I'll save that for another time, I think. Um, but yeah, no, this one was good. I can't wait to do Soundwave now too. Which actually brings me to one of my questions now, because I don't know what I want to do next. I have Soundwave. So Soundwave could be next. But I also have, or at least within reach, the Back to the Future DeLorean. And that also has its own question of which one do I build, because it's a 3-in-1 for Back to the Future, Back to the Future 2, and Back to the Future 3. And I don't know what I want to do. So, what do you think? The DeLorean? I could go for that. I could go for the DeLorean next. Yeah, I saw that. I saw someone build that recently too. It definitely looked very popular. I was thinking that I would probably do uh, this one before I would get the other one. I might wait and check it out. Um, I know. I think my big problem is going to be trying to figure out which one I want to build. Do I build one, two, or three? Um, I think maybe we'll do that. Yeah, it did look like it was. I like that. Whenever I see one that comes out that's one of those themes that then also looks like it's not going to like break the bank. So that one looks like, yeah, I thought that was a good value for it. I've definitely seen a couple people building that one. Maybe we'll do that. That's the way I'm leaning right now. I'm leaning towards the DeLorean. We'll take a break from Transformers. We'll hop into Back to the Future, and then we'll come back for Soundwave after the DeLorean. But I think at that point, I think now we'll probably call it for the night. Um, yeah, and also, especially, I think taking a break between themes to kind of check it out too. Try out the different things, see which ones work best. Don't get stuck on any one thing for too long. Um, yeah, it was definitely great hanging out. Thanks, Phil, for coming in. Definitely goes well, makes it feel worth it to be in here chatting with somebody while I'm building. Um, and if you see anything on any of my videos that you think could be useful for some sort of thing to change, try out, something you noticed that, I mean, please feel free. Any comments for anything to try out would be appreciated. Um, so that's about it for me tonight, and hope to see you next week. All right, have a great weekend, a great rest of your day.